The Buffalo Sabres' 2003-2004 season suffered a false start with 2 shutout losses. The true start to the season came with a hometown showdown against the Dallas Stars. Pucks finally found the net. The team finally clicked and headed off into what would be the start of the next era of Buffalo Sabres hockey.
And Biron makes the save! Biron straight up like a snow angel!
Six games in 11 days. The longest road trip in Sabres history. These roads were as high as they were low. And they started with a low, a 4-1 loss to Edmonton. Then a high, Mika Nornen's 20 saves and a 2-0 victory over the eventual Stanley Cup finalist Calgary Flames. After a 6-1 blowout loss to Vancouver, something had to change and the players knew it.
Well, after the Vancouver loss, it would be easy for the players just to throw their gloves in the air and say, you know, we give up. We need some help. The team isn't playing well. We have no chemistry. And at that point, it did look like that. You know, things weren't going well. We weren't playing with chemistry. You know, there's new faces that hadn't gelled yet with their line mates, and we were going through a struggle.
You know, I was hoping to get off to a better start as a team, and I know a lot of guys were. I just felt we weren't prepared at all for that game. But when you get embarrassed and you're just, made to look pretty bad as we did that night, and certainly in that shift, that's where the emotions came out and why I broke my stick.
As embarrassing as that game was in Vancouver, I think it brought us together as a team a little bit more.
With newfound togetherness, the Sabres traveled to Los Angeles looking for an on-ice spark, and they got it from defenseman Rory Fitzpatrick.
We know that Fitzy is really a guy who's going to finish his check well defensively, but we never saw him really, go at it for a big fight like that. And then when he did that, he just gave us a lot of boost on the bench.
You know, Lindy always says, like players have to play out of character, and if that's out of my character, then I'm willing to do that. And it was a situation where I was challenged, and I wasn't going to let someone show me up.
He got hammered! Oh, he got crushed!
Adam Mayer laid out Ziggy Palffy inside the blue line. That was a big hit too that got everybody on their feet on the bench. And then you had Andrew Peters' fight. He knocked Brennan 3 times to the ice.
They're trading punches. Oh, down goes Brennan. There goes Peters firing the right. Down goes Brennan again. They got to get in and break it up. Peters has eaten them alive.
Slowly the momentum was coming on our side, the confidence was coming back, and we realized that that's the way we have to play to win games.
Taylor Pyatt's 4 goals highlighted the wins in Los Angeles and Anaheim to set the stage for the final game of the road trip in Colorado.
To Briere. Briere looking in front of the net. Knocked down Pyatt. His shot scores! Taylor Pyatt. He slams it by you there.
Chris Drury returned to the city where he played 4 seasons and led his new team to a huge victory to end the trip traveling on the high road.
I knew how big of a game that was and what a big trip it was if we got that win. And, down the road, looking back, seeing it on highlights, it was a special goal for me, having played there for 4 years, and, eventually being the game winner.
Chris Drury, short side, drills it home. Buffalo takes the lead with 2.5 to go in the third.
With a refreshed regional outlook for the season, the Buffalo Sabres took it to the 90 with an historic first ever NHL game in owner Tom Golisano's hometown of Rochester. A fitting night for Tom to pay tribute to a true friend and Rochester hockey supporter.
This game I took the liberty of dedicating to a very close friend of mine, and a very close friend to amateur hockey in Rochester, New York, Gene Policini.
Also on the bill, a hometown head-to-head battle between Rochester natives Roy Fitzpatrick of the Sabres and Brian Gianna of the New Jersey Devils, who took part in the ceremonial puck drop with Gene Policini's family.
It was unbelievable. The crowd was, great to have, that many people stuffed into a building that size. Was, the building was electric that night.
Longtime Rochester American Chris Taylor and teammate Maxima Finneganoff provided the electricity on the ice.
Back in behind his net, he wants to lead the rush, and he will. Alexei Zhitnik cuts back through the middle and on the line to Finneganoff. He Maxima Finneganoff is knotted up at 2.
The atmosphere in there, it was great. You could feel the walls vibrating. I mean, everybody on their feet yelling the whole game. It was fun playing there.
We had missed coverage, we had missed reads, 2 defensemen running in the corner. We made some foolish plays. We just had the wind sucked out of our sails when the goals went in. Didn't like the game. I didn't like our power play. I didn't like the game. I didn't like our penalty killing. Didn't like the game. Our penalty killing gave up a ton of shots. That's the frustrating part. We thought we were going to be a pretty fancy team for a while. So 1 penalty kill where 4 turnovers are just huge mistakes. Frustration level is pretty high.
Derek Roy took it upon himself to snap the Sabres' 7-game losing streak.
Magical moments by Buffalo's rookie Derek Roy as he gets hooked to the ice. While he's down on the ice, he stick handles by Shas Levy.
Roy trying to work it off to Pyatt. He kicks at it along the boards. 3 back to Patrick. Takes his shot, goes wide, cleared it right in front of the net. Backhand! Roy on the backhand! And Buffalo on his first NHL.
With Roy's help, the Sabres jumped to a 2-goal lead that was erased in a 29-second span late in the second period.
A realization that we had to pull things together here and that enough was enough. It was embarrassing to be losing every night like that, and we needed that point. We needed to stop the bleeding, and against a team like Ottawa, I think that gave us a lot of confidence to move forward throughout the rest of the season.
The Sabres did indeed stop the bleeding as they dominated the Senators the rest of the way and into the losing streak with a well-deserved 2-2 tie.
Shatan took his shot. He's put the back to Cleveland. Cleaner right beside him. They drag it 3 right out in front. Let's go!
With 2 wins in their previous 3 games, the Sabres kicked off the eve of a new year with a 7-1 blowout of the Washington Capitals, highlighted by dueling hat tricks from Maxima Finneganoff and Miroslav Shatan. And of course, rookie enforcer Andrew Peters' first NHL goal.
The Sabres will get a chance to bring it out with McKee's pass out to Mayer. Mayer in over the line. Here's Adam Mayer. Through it in front. It's Andrew Peters usually scores with his fists. This time he does it on the goal.
A New Year's resolution to be resolute was paying dividends, and the turnaround had begun. An exciting 1-goal victory over the Boston Bruins on January 22nd started an incredible 13-game run in which the Sabres grabbed 21 of a possible 26 points.
Back to Shatan. He scores!
The pivotal game of the streak, and possibly the season, an afternoon encounter against Carolina, a game the Hurricanes led 2-0 before some youngsters took over.
Kicked in by Campbell. Back it comes down to Delmore. Shot deflected. Rebound is good. Bardovic on the rebound. There's a backhand rebound and score! Derek Roy!
The thing I like about that game is even when we were down, nobody really got frustrated on the bench who losing control. We had to stay focused, and I remember after we tied the game before we just take the lead. Everybody was playing on an edge, and that's what happened. When you play with confidence.
That gave us confidence. That was more of a confidence for the team to know that we can rely on everybody and everybody can chip in, than the fact that this make or break game and we got it and let's go. That was really big for our own personal confidence in this locker room.
Confidence was all that Martin Biron needed, and a confident Marty Biron was what the Sabres needed.
It's checked. It's cleared to center. Canadians coming back. Here's a pass up on the wing. Oh, Biron with an enormous save. Cleared it out in front, but a save by Biron. Here's Sundstrom clearing it in front. Oh, my goodness. Marty Biron does it again.
I remember going on the ice and thinking, we're all right tonight. It doesn't matter. Marty's there, even if we have a tough first period, even if we played bad. So he was really good down the stretch. He's one of the biggest reasons why we made a run at it.
He won us a lot of games, and in turn, I think it gave us a lot of confidence to play a little bit looser and to try and make plays. And when we were trying to make plays, they worked, and we were able to score and win some games that way.
And score they did. 21 goals over 3 games, the most in the NHL in 8 years.
Get it out. It's going to get off score. When things are going right, oh, are they going right?
Even the goalies got into the act as Mika Norinen was credited with a goal in the Sabres' first ever regular season win at Air Canada Centre in Toronto. Miro Shatan treated the thousands of children in attendance for Kids Day at HSBC Arena with a stunning 4-goal performance.
Briere to Shatan, put it in front, they score! Number 4 for Miro Shatan.
Daniel Briere's overtime goal against the eventual Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning put an exclamation point on the Sabres' 10-2-1 stretch.
The Sabres starting away with a breakaway pass. Up it comes to Shatan. Shatan now to Briere.
When we added the 3 players we did at the deadline, it was huge for us. I think it was 3 things that we were lacking: some toughness on the point, good skilled point man, and Gilson, and the toughness with Brown, and then adding Mike Grier, a great veteran of the game, and a terrific penalty killer, just a terrific locker room presence.
The new faces had no problem meshing with their new teammates as Mike Grier paid immediate dividends, racking up 3 points in his Sabre debut.
Keeping it alive, moving it back there. Drury spinning around, got it in front. Hesh couldn't get good one on it. Right in front of the net, backhand, they score!
Myself and Brad Brown, we had a lot of fun playing together. We roomed together and got to know each other real quick. And ironically, our wives almost seemed like sisters. They hadn't met, but so many things in common. It was pretty ironic.
With the reinforcements on board and team chemistry intact, the Sabres hit the stretch run with a mission to win every remaining game.
Getting in over the line, took his shot, Nurman juggled it, he scores! He scores! Derek Roy! Nurman juggled it, it went across the goal line!
Didn't matter how many points back we were, we believed that we could win our last 10 games to finish the season with 10 wins.
Long shot, Miller scores! Getting it over the line to Hesh, Hesh plugged it in, put it in front of the
They fell just short of their goal, but ended the season with another incredible run that garnered points in 10 of the next 12 games.
Tried to swing it back, still got the puck, cleared it in front. Roy's pass went to Barnabas, couldn't get the shot on. To Roy again, and he couldn't get it in front to a Finneganov. Now a Finneganov, and Roy, the shot's gone!
Although the playoff goal was not reached, all was not lost on the Sabres' 2003-2004 season. Exciting hockey filled HSBC Arena, and the foundation was put into place for next season, facts that are acknowledged not only by the fans, but by the players and the media as well.
I like the core of this team. We could be a very dominant team.
The way those two goaltenders are playing, we got a chance to win every night.
We had a lot of young players that got a lot of ice time, gained a lot of experience.
The team played a solid defensive game along with scoring goals.
They have a lot of youth on the team, and I'm really, really excited about watching them again and seeing where they can go.
It's always a great experience. It's always an event. It's always wonderful to be here. It's always a great night out.
The way we finished last year is a good indication of how our game's going to be throughout the year next year.
Well, I've said for a long period of time we played good hockey. It hasn't been a week or 2 weeks or a month, and really since late December.
They played with such great enthusiasm down the stretch last year that it was very exciting, and you wanted to come down to the arena and see them play.
I like the Greer trade the most. He makes the Sabres bigger, he makes them a little meaner, and he should help make them better.
When this team gets back on the ice, I think they have an opportunity to be special. I think the players are there, I think the skill is there, I think the character, most importantly, is there, and I think the work ethic is there, and I can't wait to see this team back on the ice again.
The enthusiasm reached all the way to Sabres owner Tom Golisano as he looked back on his first year.
I never anticipated my excitement level and interest level would be so high. This organization is trying very hard to produce a winning hockey team, to make the experience at the arena a positive one, and that includes everything from the traffic flow, the parking, to the food service, to the game itself and the game presentation. This is a very committed organization, the Buffalo Sabres, and they want to make the experience for our fans a very positive one, and everybody's trying really hard. There's a lot of enthusiasm on this team, and there's a lot of excitement, and boy, the way they played the last 3 or 4 weeks of the season, you got to be excited about next year.
When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, you give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on, and you always there to lay your hand in everything that I do. Just the wonder of you. And when you smile, the world is brighter. You touch my hand and I'm a king. Your kiss for me is worth a fortune. Your love for me is everything. I guess I'll never know the reason why you love me.